What are the benefits of solar energy?
We are talking uninterrupted power supply, no monthly electricity bill, zero noise and smoke emission, and reduced generator maintenance cost.
Where is Vertical Solar located?
Number 28, Country Home Motel Road off Ajib Junction, Sapele Road, Benin City. You can call them on 0816-170-1105 or 0703-623-4843. You can also send them an email on info@verticalsolar.com.ng.
Vertical Solar, your lifetime power partners.
When you wake up in the morning, before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. For work and for play, for a great start to your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Give your family a tasty, nourishing breakfast of Kellogg's cereal, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. Now also available for just 50 naira.
Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Welche Münchner Fußballmannschaft kennt man auf der ganzen Welt? Wie heißt dieser Club, der hierzulande die Rekorde hält? Wer hat schon gewonnen, was es jemals zu gewinnen gab? Wer bringt seit Jahrzehnten unsere
They were taken to extra time, taken into deep waters by Sevilla, who are the Europa League holders, but it did not stop Bayern Munich from winning the UEFA Super Cup. They won that encounter 2-1, and so congratulations, Bayern Munich. They are the DFB Pokal, that's the German FA Cup holders. They are the Bundesliga champions. They are perennial champions of that competition. They won the UEFA Champions League, and now they have won the UEFA Super Cup. Robert Lewandowski didn't score yesterday, but let's see, had an assist. And in fact, they got a couple of goals. Robert Lewandowski scored. Leroy Sané also scored, but both goals were disallowed by the referee Anthony Taylor. But they still eventually got that win, and it was 2-1 for them.
Fantastic victory for Bayern Munich. They decided to let the world know that they are the best team now, and anybody that they come across, they try to humiliate. But I won't say particularly it was a humiliating night for Sevilla.
No, of course not. They even took the lead.
Yeah, I guess.
What's this guy's name? Lucas Ocampos. Yeah, fantastic no-look penalty.
I guess they will have themselves to blame for losing last night, especially in the extra time where they had 2-1-1.
Yeah.
They should have, at least scored one out of those chances that they had that they wasted. But in as much as I want to use the word waste, I want to say kudos to Manuel Neuer.
Yeah,
he made himself so big. In fact, the first one, the young man thought he had scored. I mean, the way he deceived and placed the ball. But Manuel Neuer, being a big lad, just stretched out his hand or his leg and went off him. The other one went off his arms and hit the woodwork, then came back. They cleared off. It was a great Super Cup game. Sevilla showcased the best of competition to the world as well as Bayern Munich. It wasn't a one-sided game. It was end-to-end. They all came out to win it. So I think Hansi Flick has done a great job. Thumbs up. I think Julian Lopetegui will also get to raise his head all over and say that my team went in there and gave a very good account of themselves. At some point, I was beginning to say, okay, had it been to the United that won the Europa League and they play against Bayern Munich, are we going to be looking at a 10-0 yesterday, looking at the way this United has been done so far? But again, it was Sevilla and they won. So congratulations to Bayern Munich, congratulations to Sevilla. Let's see what the season gets to hold for both of them in the UEFA Champions League, because both of them will play in the Champions League this season.
But I don't think any team now, even if you lose scandalously to Bayern Munich, they will criticize you that much. After all, Barcelona lost 8-2 to this team. Chelsea, over 2 legs, lost 7-1 to them. In their first game against Schalke 04 in the Bundesliga, they won 8-0. Yeah. So yesterday,
that's more embarrassing than Chelsea.
Yesterday they won 2-1. And maybe you look at it and you just feel okay. even if your top players, they didn't even play with Alphonso Davies yesterday, was left out of the starting lineup. Robin Lewandowski didn't score. Thomas Muller didn't score. Leon Goretzka got the goal. And Sad Gnabry didn't score. But you now had people like Leon Goretzka and Javi Martinez who came off the bench to score. So maybe that's what you need in a team that just oozes quality all over the pitch.
Yeah, that's true, because if you look at it, for Bayern Munich, they've been in fantastic form this season, and even giving opportunity to those who have not been playing regularly, you could see that yes, they got in yesterday and they still try to deliver, at the big stage. This is once it comes to competitions, sometimes winning teams, no matter who gets to the pitch, you have that confidence, that motivation, that okay, we are going in there to our trophy collection. And yesterday, they did. Many would have expected Bayern to run riot over them yesterday because of the way they spanked Schalke for 8-0 in the Bundesliga. But remember, they were also playing against Europa League specialists in Sevilla, so I expected a tough game. But though it went to extra time, but they still had to dig deep and they got that victory. So for me, I think it's really good for Bayern this season. If they can build on the performances of last season, I'm sure they might just go home with a double or a treble this season too.
We had over 15,000 fans in the stadium, but you've got to understand that stadium is the capacity is 67,000, so they allowed only about 15,000 plus to be in the stadium. So they had fans from both sides, so it wasn't like there was no atmosphere. They had 15,180 fans in the stadium. Fans of both sides were allowed in. There were some protests, the opposition, it now became something that was political. The government was saying, look, that's the government of Hungary, we have the capacity, we want fans to come. The opposition said, no, this is going to be a kind of a super spreader event and all of that. But they had about, as I mentioned, 15,180 fans were in the stadium. That usually sits 67,000. So that's just about a quarter of even less than a quarter of the stadium, the capacity of the stadium that was filled as Bayern Munich went on to win. Congratulations to them. They were thinking that by now fans would be allowed into this. That's more than the 15,000 fans, maybe up to half of the stadium will be allowed, but unfortunately because of what is going on with COVID-19, they were unable to allow fans to, there's a full complement of fans to come to the stadium, and they only allow 15,180. We'll go on this break now, and after this we will be going into the segment that is sponsored by BetPay. Please, let's take this message and we'll be right back.
This oil is good, oh. Devon King's oil. This oil is fine. Devon King's oil, and it's fun.
Devon King's cooking oil. Now ogbonge oil, we fresh well, and the price now carry go. It gets tamper proof and it dey for different sizes. So as it dey sweet your belly, it dey sweet your pocket. Oh yeah, jolly inside better. Go buy Devon King's oil for shop when near you.
Devon King's oil.
Alright, welcome back. Let's now head into the segment that is sponsored by BetPay, and we will start with the UEFA Europa League qualifying matches that were played yesterday. Tottenham Hotspur, they were in action, maybe a bit of a scare, but they ended up winning that encounter 3-1. The goals were scored by Eric Lamela, Son Heung-min, who is the man of the moment, and Harry Kane. Harry Kane, of course, got 4 assists and a goal when they played their last game, and that was against Southampton, right? Yeah, they won 5-2, and both of them, the two princes of Tottenham Hotspur, Son and Harry Kane, they were at it again, but getting on the score sheet. Jose Mourinho, before that, look, something really funny happened. He played a part in the game. He complained to the officials about the irregularity of the posts, and he was told by Joe Hart and Hugo Lloris when they were doing their warm-up that this post, it seems it is too small, and then Mourinho came measured the post himself. He said he's not a goalkeeper, but he's been in football all his life. So by standing in the post, he could see clearly that something was wrong. His hand was almost touching the crossbar. So he called the officials. They measured it and they discovered that the post was actually 5 centimeters too small. And so before the match started, they corrected it and made it bigger. And their opponents, they told them, look, we did not deliberately do this because this is not even our stadium. They played against Skandija in North Macedonia. Their own stadium, that's the Skandija stadium, wasn't passed to host the match because they said they didn't have the facilities that they needed, and so they went to this stadium, and then they had to explain that, look, this is not our stadium. And when UEFA did the measurement, they saw that the posts were actually 5 centimeters shorter, and they fixed it. So Tottenham Hotspur went on to win.
Yeah, great one for them. Winning away from home, 3-1. I think that was good. And the competition right now is getting sweeter by the day because they are getting closer to the group stages. And I expect Tottenham Hotspur to get to the group stages and also prove what they did last 2 seasons when they got to the finals of the UEFA Champions League. And it wasn't really easy for them, but it was a heartbreak for them that season. But this time, they can only come back and do very well. Yes, Dele Alli has been asked about his future, has been asked, severally by the journalists, and he has told them that the young man has to improve on his game. And yesterday, he was given opportunity to play, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Dele Alli we saw last time that took a ball, passed, I think, a player or two, then turned 360 and hit the ball and put it at the back of the net. That singular performance was really, really outstanding for him. But now I think his confidence is low. But I think only more regular time will just increase his confidence. So good one that Jose went so and conquered.
Okay, let's take this message from our sponsors. We will be right back.
It's time to win very big. Feel the excitement at www.betpay.ng, the sports betting company that rewards you whether you win or lose. Stay on top of the action wherever you are. Get the best odds, 150% deposit bonus. Cash out anytime. Accumulate your bonus. You can deposit and withdraw instantly, 247 and much more. Register now at BetPay to start winning. You can also become a BetPay agent and earn fantastic commissions and bonuses. Visit www.betpay.ng. BetPay. You stay, we pay.
All right, welcome back to Sports Fiesta live on 2.7 KFM Benin City. We are in this segment that is sponsored by BetPay. Before that game that they played against Skandija in North Macedonia, a Macedonian journalist asked Jose Mourinho for a favor. He said his father used to love Jose Mourinho very much. Unfortunately, the father has passed away, but he told him that, look, do something for me. If you ever get to meet Jose Mourinho, interview him and take a picture with him, and then even if I'm no longer alive, I want you to put that picture on my grave. And the journalist met with Jose Mourinho, and he asked him, and he even told him, look, after the game, if the result is favorable to you, I hope you would allow me have a picture with you so that I can fulfill my father's dying wish. And Jose Mourinho, you may not like Mourinho because of some of the things he does. And of course, we know how Jose Mourinho could be. But he did what I expected him to do. He told the guy, look, you don't even need to wait until but it doesn't matter the result of the match. We win, lose, it doesn't matter. I will grant your father's wish. And he told him, look, I don't even deserve it, but I thank your father. Fortunately, he has passed away. And Jose Mourinho told him, you decide now if it is before the match that you come, and we'll have that, and I'll have the picture with you, or after the game I'm going to have the picture with you. And even right there at the press conference, they also had a picture together, and sure he granted the young man his wish.
Jose Mourinho is a nice guy. Forget all his shenanigans as far as the football world, football community is concerned. Outside that, that's his personnel, the way he wants to front himself as far as football community is concerned. Outside the community of football, Jose is extremely nice. I recall Jimmy Defoe talking about himself while at Sunderland. Can't really get his name now, but the young man was sick with cancer that eventually died of that ailment. But it was very close to Jimmy Defoe when unfortunately he passed on. The young man passed on. The first person from the professional world, from the football community, not Sunderland's teammate, not Sunderland coach as at then, the first person that called Jimmy Defoe, Jose, I think it was at Manchester or at Chelsea, if I can remember right now, if I'm correct, he placed a phone call to Jimmy Defoe. Jimmy Defoe did not even expect Jose of all people to call him, and he said he just saw the number, he decided to pick and introduce himself. My name is Jose Maria. Obviously, from his accent, he got to know that he was surprised and said, "I'm so sorry for your loss," and all those stuff. Jose is a nice guy, so I'm not surprised that he did that. Yes.
The journalist's name, by the way, is Igor Alexandrovich, and Mourinho gave him that picture.
Yeah, so basically, I'm not surprised. I will be surprised that if Mourinho refused him of the request, that's when I'll be surprised. When we talk about Mourinho, what we criticize Mourinho of is not his personal character outside the football world. We criticize him based on what we see in the football community. Outside that, everybody that has come up with Jose in terms of not the quarrel they have in football and other outside football.
I remember he once poked the eye from Tito Villanova. Then Tito was an assistant manager at Barcelona. Yeah. He was the head coach at Barcelona. When Tito fell ill, he was interviewed and he said, look, if he had the power, that he will not be thinking about if he had supernatural powers, he will not be thinking about using it to win matches. Instead, he will use it to treat Tito Villanova and to also heal Eric Abidal. Then Abidal had I think he had that liver problem then. Yes, and that's also that's the kind of person that just Mourinho. So he granted the journalist his request and took that picture up with him. All right, there were other matches in the UEFA Europa League. I will come to that, but first let's take another message from BetPay.
If I put this one, I get 500,000. If I put this one, I get 1 million.
Which one way you talk to yourself like this?
Never your BetPay. For BetPay, they go reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus they wait for you. You fit deposit and withdraw instant 24/7. And many of them get package full ground. Go register for BetPay and start to the win.
Person fit be agent?
Yes, now if you become agent and then you go they get bonuses. Oh yeah, go www.betpay.ng.
BetPay. You stake. We pay.
All right, welcome back to Sports Fiesta. Let us now look at the results of the other matches that were played in the UEFA Europa League last night.
All right, Czech Republic side, Victoria Plzeň defeated Sunderland 3-0. FC Rostov of Russia were beaten at home by Maccabi Haifa of Israel 2-1, while Malmö FF of Sweden spanked NK Lokomotiv 5-0. Elsewhere, PSV Eindhoven defeated Mura 5-1. CSK Sofia were 3-1 winners over B36 Torshavn, while Celtic defeated Riga FC 1-0. Rosenborg 1, Allianspor 0. Sporting Charleroi defeated Partizan Belgrade 2-1 after extra time. Then FC Steaua Bucharest of Romania at home, they were beaten by Slovan Liberec 2-0, while Apol Beersheva defeated Motherwell 3-0. FC Copenhagen were 3-0 winners over PSG Wise. FC Sheriff drew 1-0 with Dundalk, but Dundalk won on penalties to progress. Galatasaray of Turkey, they were 2-0 winners over Ajax Split. Granada defeated Lokomotiv Tbilisi 2-0, while Standard Liège after extra time beat Vojvodina 2-1. German side Wolfsburg were in action. They beat Desna 2-0. AC Milan without Zlatan were able to grind out a 3-2 win over Bodo Glimt, while Basel spanked defeated Anorthosis 3-2. Last place of Austria, they spanked Dak 1904 Dunajsky 7-0. Legia Warsaw were 2-0 winners over Drita, while St. Gallen were beaten at home by visiting AEK Athens. These are some of the results. Sporting defeated Aberdeen 1-0 and Rangers beat Willem 2-0 4-0. These are some of the results of the matches that we played.
Okay, that's what happened in the UEFA Europa League, the qualifying. So let's go for another message, and when we return, we will be looking at what happened in the Carabao Cup last night.
The 2020-2021 Premier League is here. It's time to win big. And the best way is, of course, getting yourself a jersey so that you can identify yourself with your favorite team. We at www.betspay.ng want to give our punters the opportunity to win a football jersey of their choice. 10 replica jerseys to be worn each week for the next 4 weeks. To participate and win, visit www.betspay.ng to register. Place a bet of 200 naira. The more bets you place, the more entries you get into the draw. 10 winners would be chosen at random in a draw every Monday. All winners will be contacted. Follow us on our social media pages with your username and ticket number to qualify for the draw. On Instagram, find us at BetPayNG. On Facebook, find us at www.facebook.com/BetPayNG.
Okay, let's head to the Carabao Cup now. Liverpool youngster Curtis Jones was called an exceptional talent by the boss of the club, Jurgen Klopp. He scored 2 goals as the Reds, the reigning English Premier League champions, spanked Lincoln City 7-2. Takumi Minamino also got a couple of goals. Zidane Shaqiri was also among the goal scorers. Divock Origi got their 7th goal.
For Lincoln to even get on the score sheet twice against Liverpool, I think they will celebrate that. It wasn't like Shaka Ofoda lost to Bayern Munich 8-0. At least they got to fantastic. We expected this and Liverpool got it.
Manchester City were also in action. They won 2-1 against Bournemouth.
Yeah, 2 youngsters. The son of Rory Delap of former Stoke City, Liam Delap, was on the score sheet yesterday as he made his debut, and also Phil Foden.
Does he have long throws like his dad?
I don't think so.
That was one thing that Rory Delap was well known for. I remember that Stoke will have a corner kick, but the fans will be shouting for a throw-in, because normally when the assistant referee wave his flags and he's saying it's a throw-in, fans usually feel you should have given us a corner. But for Stoke City fans, they will be praying for a throw-in rather than a corner.
Yeah, but it was very good. He knows how to throw the ball very well. That would land at the middle of the 18-yard box, and he's always targeting his own teammate. Shawcross then was the big man defender, was always getting on the score sheet for them, especially when they had Peter Crouch with them. All he does was just to target Peter Crouch, and the rest is history.
Yeah, at their home matches they were usually towels, but when they go away, he has to use this jersey to play, because no home team will want to give that advantage to them, because they know. And when Rory Delap was playing, the teams, their opponents, usually prefer conceding corner kicks than throw-ins, because they know how deadly it could be. Can we remember a couple of players who used to do that for the Super Eagles? JJ Kocha was much later. Who popularized it?
Can't remember.
The big boss himself. Stephen Keshi. And whenever he wasn't around, there was this guy that used to come in, Augustine Igbinabaru. Also used to have those long throws.
The Spikers are made of so many stuff.
Okay, let's.
That was how they won the match yesterday. Then Aston Villa defeated Bristol City away from home 3-0. These were the matches that we played yesterday in the Carabao Cup.
But the draws are unfair. Seriously, we all Arsenal play Liverpool back to back. They played them on Monday night. They played them again on Thursday. I think Thursday or Wednesday.
But that's how the draws are. They are done ahead. So both of them are in the 4th round. So it will be Arsenal versus Liverpool. Tottenham Hotspur, when they are playing against
Orient.
Yes, the winner of that game will play Chelsea. So that's how it is. Okay, let's take another message from BetPay, and we will be right back.
Them say no time to check time, but this is not time to hammer. You don't try BetPay, them go reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus, they wait for you. You fit cash out anytime. You fit deposit and withdraw instant 24/7, and many get things full grand though. Yourself fit become BetPay agent, and you go they get get bonuses. Oh yeah, sharp go to www.betpay.ng. BetPay, you stake, we pay.
Okay, it is the last lap on Sports Fiesta this morning, and unfortunately the next thing we are going to discuss isn't particularly pleasant, and many sport fans are reacting and they are not happy at all, and it concerns Breonna Taylor, the lady that we told you was killed by the cops in the United States of America. You recall that Lewis Hamilton wore a shirt, and the front of it read, "Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor," and at the back he had the face of Breonna Taylor, and then he said, "Say her name." And he also said, look, the FA, the FIA, that's the governing body of Formula One, at one point they said they were going to investigate him for wearing the jersey, and later they said no, they are not going to. But now we hear they are going to come up with a rule, and Lewis Hamilton says he expects them to say that the podium is sacred ground, so you cannot do any campaign, you cannot do any advocacy on the podium of Formula One. So they will not want him to go on to keep agitating for Black Lives Matter and the unfair treatment against black people in the United States of America and in other parts of the world. But what is happening in the United States right now is that there was a decision yesterday now that they were not going to charge any of the police officers who were involved in the killing of Breonna Taylor, a black woman who was shot multiple times, had 8 bullets hit her as some police stormed her home in Louisville, Kentucky on the 13th of March. 2 white officers have not been charged, while a third officer, and this is really funny, he's also white. He was charged with endangering the lives of the neighbors of Breonna Taylor. He was not charged for killing Breonna Taylor, but the shots that he fired, which hit the wall of the neighbors. So this guy was charged with endangering the lives of the neighbors of Breonna Taylor, but not for the killing of Breonna Taylor. And I saw a caption that just it broke my heart, but look, it is what happened. It reads, a cop shot a black woman and was only charged for the shots missed. That's the missed shots, which didn't hit her, but hit the wall. And they said it was endangering the neighbors who were on the other side.
Well, we are professionals. We'll try to be as professional as possible as we can. If not, I would have said some things right now.
No, don't say anything.
NBC will come for me. The truth is this: I feel that Donald Trump, who is the #1 citizen of the United States of America, is not doing enough to stop the killings of the blacks. My prayer is this should not lead to a cold war in the United States. This should not lead to a civil war in the United States, because you can only push some set of people to the war. Once you've over-pushed them to the war, they will react. No matter how small a child is, there's a limit you have to discipline that child up to. Once it exceeds that limit, the child will react. I hope for the sake of humanity, for the sake of all of us, we don't want war anywhere, we want peace.
Yeah, but the good thing is, it is not only black sports superstars who are reacting. Megan Rapinoe is not black, and she has also reacted and condemned.
They know these things.
Yes,
they know this because once they start reacting, they won't be fighting the police. They can walk up to any white people. I'm talking about the beam. I'm not just particularly about blacks now. The people from the beam background, everybody. They can walk up to a white man that is of a good behavior, that is not a racist, and they harm that white man. I think if they don't work on these things, I mean, it's not just about Breonna Taylor. It's not just about George Floyd. It's not just about, I mean, so many everywhere.
Okay. Sorry, we do not have much time, so let's just quickly read what some of these sports stars have said. LeBron James, I'm reading his tweet. I've been lost for words today. I'm devastated, hot, sad, mad. We want justice for Breonna, yet justice was met for her neighbor's apartment walls and not her beautiful life. Was I surprised at the verdict? Absolutely not, but damn it, I was and still am hot and heavy-hearted. I send my love to Breonna's mother, family, friends. I'm sorry. And then there's the crying emojis and everything by on the Twitter handle of LeBron James. Colin Kaepernick, he said this: The white supremacist institution of policing that stole Breonna Taylor's life from us must be abolished for the safety and well-being of our people. Remember, Colin Kaepernick is half white. Magic Johnson tweeted, "It's a disappointing day for Louisville, the state of Kentucky, and for all American people, to say the least. Breonna Taylor's family received a settlement in their wrongful death lawsuit, yet no one is being held accountable for her wrongful death. Help us understand." And Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr, he said that this was demoralizing and discouraging. And then he said, "We have so many people who care about this country and so many people who want change and believe in equal justice for black and brown communities, and yet we don't have it." Dwayne Wade said, "I'm so sorry the people in power have failed to get this right. You deserve so much more. Your life mattered. You deserved the bright future that was ahead of you. We will continue to say your name. We will continue to fight in your name." Bam Adebayo of Miami Heat, their center, he said, "It's crazy that somebody killed somebody and we get to the same charge as somebody that uses an unauthorized credit card. I don't think people really understand. Like, she's dead. Somebody killed her. At the end of the day, you need justice for that. All the other stuff, you need justice for her." Finally, Denver Nuggets head coach Michael Malone said, "Just tragic. We've been using our platform down here to try and bring education and a voice. A lot of players on our team also have spoken out about justice for Breonna Taylor, and we have not got the justice, and that's a shame. Hopefully that will change at some point." So that is the situation. We wish we could go on and discuss this, but we are fresh out of time. It's time for us to blow the final whistle. But don't worry, we'll be back at 4 p.m. or so. Maybe we'll talk more on this. But for now, final whistle.
The emotions were very high. We have a teammate who is from Louisville, so as heavy as it has been on us, it's even heavier on him. We lost a beautiful woman in Breonna that has no say so in what's going on right now. We want justice no matter how long it takes. LA Lakers superstar LeBron James paid tribute to Breonna Taylor, a black woman who was shot multiple times by police officers after Lakers' victory over Denver Nuggets to take a 3-1 series lead in the NBA playoffs last night. And that's the final whistle on the show this morning.
All right, that's our package. We'll see you at 4 p.m. on a fresh edition of Sports Fiesta. My name is Sally Ibrahim. They call me the Sports Ibracadabra. I've been doing this with Sanofe Francis and Egosa Aigbeka. Please stay tuned for KU news updates coming up at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.
Trying to get or receive information through all corners of the globe requires unprecedented internet service. At Wireless NG, we provide fast, reliable, and affordable unlimited broadband internet service to homes and businesses. Service is currently available across Lagos and Benin. Visit us today at Wireless NG, 5 Ramaya, Ikenede Street off PZ Sapler Road, Benin City, or our marketing office, 70 Olowo Complex, Airport Road, Benin City, or call 0807-887-9960 or 0703-672-9147. Wireless NG, erasing internet boundaries.
Since I switched to Mamador 100% pure cooking oil, family meal times have been so rewarding. You see, Mamador 100% pure cooking oil is cholesterol-free and contains omega-6 and 9, proven to keep heart healthy. Not only that, it also makes my food taste delicious.
You sure know how to take care of my stomach.
And your heart, especially. Switch to Mamador and enjoy healthy and tasty meals. Mamador is tested and approved by the Nigerian Heart Foundation. Cook with Mamador. Your heart will thank you.
Come see for yourself, oh. This no be the one you go take only ear here, oh. You must take your eyes see so that you self go enjoy wetin other people they enjoy. Who you Technica, the generator headquarter where they make everybody enjoy generators of all sizes and model for affordable price. Whether na the small one for barber shop or I been a big Perkins generator for factory and big building. Uyi Technica, the place for generators, spare parts, grinding machine, pepper mill, and others. Mention the name and size of generator where you want. Bakam Uyi Technica get them. For the kind of money where they your pocket. Bakam Uyi Technica get them. Come take your eyes see for the generator headquarters. Uyi Technica, 79, 81 and 83 Mission Road, Benin City, and all other Uyi Technical branches. Uyi Technica, affordable products for everybody jollification.
92.7 KUFM.
Soft work. Problem. I been a beat, you will know when we enter it. They say we the show gun, it's a damn habit. We no struggle to collect best status. First class, no be who collect extra shit. Give ladies ecstasy with our expertise. We call it shots, but them know they get service. When we come out London, we go check Paris. I dey smell envy, I detect malice. I don't care lifestyle, you go feel lavish. Foreign girls in my house, I dey learn Spanish. And the French girl tell me show my peg Gladys. I dey scope on my let some bread vanish. But no be strain on my pocket, cause we less famished. Ladies love make men and we established. They come find us like we have ballast. Then we drop our bobo if it's well garnished. We came through in a Mercedes. Mama look at how we made it. Hey, they need to look on some ladies. Yeah, we they turn up on the daily. We came through in a Mercedes. Hey, mama look at how we made it. They need to look on some ladies. Yeah, we they turn up on the daily. It's how I walk up. Yeah, soft walk. Yeah, it's how I walk up. Yeah, soft walk. Yeah, it's how I walk up. It's the life we chose. I could have been in chambers. No regrets, this one they pay pass. We get the drive, we get all the papers. Trust nobody, real niggas stay scarce. This my party, why you want to get crash? You the copy cutter, you don't they claim rise. Cause you know say that one are the main cash. You be army robber, your people they size. Riches and manners, cash and etiquette.
Stop stalking your exes. Follow us on Facebook at KUFM Nigeria.
Don't you touch that dial. Sugar, don't touch that dial.
KUFM 92.7.
From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News Update.
Welcome to KUFM's News Update at 9. I am Godslove Orlando. The re-elected governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki, has solicited collaboration with governors and leaders of the South-South region to strengthen the economic fortunes of the area. Governor Obaseki made the request while exchanging views with Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel during a thank-you visit to the governor at the Hilltop Mansion, Governor's Lodge, Uyo. Obaseki advocated for such cooperation to be deployed to reinvent the economy of the South-South region for sustainable development. Elsewhere, President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday said the Companies and Allied Matters Act, KAMA 2020, which he recently signed into law, would enhance transparency and corporate accountability and help the fight against corruption. The special advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, said Buhari spoke in a video message presented to the Open Government Partnership 2020 Virtual Leaders Summit on the sidelines of the 75th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, United States. Adesina quoted the president as saying that since the inception of his administration in 2015, the government has been committed to changing international and domestic perceptions regarding Nigeria's commitment to fight corruption and foster good governance. The federal government has revealed that the nation's 60th independence anniversary celebration will be low-key due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, disclosed this on Thursday in Abuja. The minister said the federal government has approved a list of activities scheduled to hold till the end of September 2021 to commemorate Nigeria's Diamond Jubilee anniversary. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, said the candidates of the 17 political parties contesting the October 10th governorship election in Ondo State are expected to sign a peace accord on Tuesday, October 6, 2020. Yakubu said the commission has recovered from the recent fire incidents which destroyed over 5,000 smart card readers in its office in Akure, while sensitive materials for the exercise will arrive on Monday. He said the commission was studying the incident of slow voting in Oredo local government area of Edo State during the just concluded election. The INEC chairman also reiterated the need by the National Assembly for the establishment of Electoral Offences Commission and Tribunal. The National Industrial Court has granted an interim injunction restraining the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and Trade Union Congress TUC, their officers, affiliates from embarking on any strike or stoppage of work from Monday, September. Justice Ibrahim Galadima said the order was pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. The court also granted an order of interim injunction restraining the unions, their officers and affiliates previous from disrupting, restraining, picketing or preventing the workers of its affiliates or ordinary Nigerians from accessing their offices to carry out their legitimate duties on the 28th of September 2020 or any other date. Meanwhile, it appears the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and the Trade Union Congress TUC planned strike will go ahead next week as the meeting with the federal government has failed to reach an agreement. While the federal government proposed some palliatives to cushion the effect of the hike in petrol pump price and electricity tariff hike, organized labour insists that the increment must be reversed before any further deliberation on the matter. On whether organized labour is aware that the National Industrial Court of Nigeria has issued a restraining order against the proposed strike, the TUC said it is not aware, while the NLC ignored the question. On his part, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, says the meeting with organized labour has been adjourned to 3 p.m. on Monday, September 28th. Finally, on news update at 9, there are 125 new COVID-19 infections reported in 13 states across Nigeria, bringing total number of confirmed cases to 57,849. Lagos has 37 new COVID-19 cases, Plateau 18, FCT 17, Ogun 15, Rivers 10, Benue and Kaduna 7 each, Anambra 5, Oyo 3, Cross River and Ondo 2 each, Edo and Imo 1 each. There are 113 new COVID-19 patients discharged from treatment centers in Nigeria, with the total number of successfully treated cases now 49,098. No new COVID-19 fatality has been reported in the last 24 hours in Nigeria, as national death toll remains 1,102 deaths. And that's KUFM's news update at 9. Please stay with us for more interesting programs and news updates on every hour. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world, either by visiting our website at www.kufm.net, or you can download our KU mobile app from the Google Play Store. We're also live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. Coming up next is Dialogue Recap. I am God's Love Orlando, saying thanks for listening and good morning.
When you wake up in the morning, before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. For work and for play, for a great start to your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Give your family a tasty, nourishing breakfast of Kellogg's cereal, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. Now also available for just 15 naira.
Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Everybody wants to know more of this and more of that. What is happening around the globe? Me, myself, I want to know. Said you know more, 'cause I got good news for you. The best station is knocking on your door. Just sit back and relax, baby. Just sit back and relax. 'Cause all you have to do is tune into 92.7 KUFM. 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 Tune into 92.7 Information. Tune into 92.7 KUFM. Tune into 92.7 KUFM.
92.7 KUFM. Turn on excitement.
This oil is good, oh. Devon King's oil. This oil is fine. Devon King's oil. And it's fun.
Devon King's cooking oil. Now ogbonge oil wey fresh well and the price na carry go. E get tamper proof and e dey for different sizes. So as e dey sweet your belly, e dey sweet your pocket. Oya, jolly inside better. Go buy Devon King's oil for shop wey near you.
Devon King's oil.
This is Charles Oporum, and you are listening to 92.7 KUFM Benin City.
I'm Benjamin Kadri, and you're listening to KU 92.7 FM Benin City.
My name is Godslove Orlando, and you're listening to 92.7 KUFM.
I'm Soba Mark Pepple. This is KUFM 92.7.
My name is Omoye Ogbaide, and this is KUFM.
My name is Esther Mohammed, and this is 92.7 KUFM.
All the programs on KU 92.7 are now open for sponsorship and advert placements. For sponsorship and advert placements, call now for inquiries 070-380-50243 or 080-8877-3644 or visit KUFM Marketing Office located at the top floor of the Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, Benin City, Edo State. 92.7 KUFM is your business growth partner.
Good news! Scratch that. Great news! KUFM 92.7 is about to turn the excitement up a notch again. This time, we bring the world to you. We can now broadcast your events, parties, birthdays, marriage ceremony, naming ceremony, political rallies, and lots more to the world live. For any of the mentioned event coverage, simply visit our marketing office at 62 4th floor, Enterprise Building, Ihama Road, GRA Benin City, Edo State, or our broadcast station at Ward 8 and Bypass, Benin Auchi Expressway, Edo State, Nigeria, or call these numbers 0806 023 2180 or 0806 530 5657. KUFM. Turn on excitement.
Broadcasting is about being professional. When reporting our stories, we strive to be objective and stay neutral.
But most importantly, understanding that radio is not just about entertainment, but a means of sharing information and educating you.
Understanding how powerful the radio is, we cannot allow falsehood spread. It could destroy all the progress we have made as a people. And that's why we only deal with facts.
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 KUFM, we are authentic, fast, thorough, and factual.
We break the story.
We break true stories.
On KU, we urge you, spread facts, learn facts.
Fake news isn't news. Be factual.
If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better.
Professor Patrick Lumumba on African politicians.
The African politician is perhaps, with due respect to them, Africa's curse. The day the African politician realizes that the occupation of political office and political space is one of servant leadership, that is the day Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician realizes that the occupation of public space and public office is an honor and a privilege, that is the day Africa begins to move in the right direction. The day the African politician recognizes that the occupation of office is not one for the privatization of public wealth, that is the day Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician recognizes that they do not have the monopoly of wisdom, that is the day that Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician realizes that longevity in office is not the solution to African problems, that is the day Africa begins to realize their potential. The day that the African politician begins to remember that the electoral vote is a charge for them to deliver on health, on agriculture and education, that is the day Africa will begin to know her place in the world. The day the African politician is liberated from the chains of greed, that is the day that Africa will realize her potential.
Join the conversation on KUFM's dialogue as we introduce written voices. You can now keep the conversation going beyond 10 a.m. Send us your views on topical or burning issues of the moment, news, current affairs, or social-political issues that you may wish to share your thoughts on. It must be civil, factual, straight to the point, and in not more than 150 words, and we will give it a voice. Send your views to kufmdialogue@gmail.com or via our WhatsApp platform on 0807 552 7556. Keep the conversation going. Dialogue. Your voice counts.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the program Dialogue on 92.7 KUFM, Benin City. My name is Charles Opurung.
I am Godslove Orlando. Good morning.
Today is Friday. It's the 25th day in the month of September, and the time here now is 17 minutes gone past 9 a.m. Okay, and let's start off by checking out some of the messages you sent us this morning. Okay, on the SMS portal, this one says, good morning, KUFM. Please confirm for us how the primary schools are to resume. Are they also going to be shared into 2 sessions? We only hear this being mentioned with secondary schools. Thanks. Tony from Sapele Road. Okay, Tony, I Okay, I think they're also going to be shared into two sessions. But the thing is, with the secondary schools, it is there's senior class and there's junior class. Okay, all right, but no problem. We'll still get more information from the Commissioner for Education. This one says, I salute God's love and Charles of KUFM. Governor Obaseki should embark on legacy projects and his second term in office, like the road project, agriculture and power. The healthcare should be reactivated. And this is coming from Joseph from Sapele Road. All right. Thank you very much, Joseph. I'm sure the governor knows his work is cut out for him already. This one says, Dear Charles, schools will resume on 28th of September, which is a wise decision because the kids are becoming unbecoming at home. But the government did not mention when JSS 3 Junior WAEC exam will start. Please engage the Ministry of Education to give details. And this is coming from Don Morgan. All right, thank you very much, Don Morgan. Two questions now noted. All right. This one says, money budgeted for construction of railway from Nigeria to Niger periphery should be better expended on rehabilitating bad routes as well as building new ones in Nigeria. Ibrahim from Agbo Road. All right, thank you very much, Ibrahim from Agbo Road. And the next message says, too many vehicles emitting too much carbon monoxide. Imagine the one I went through in one of these traffic jams. I really want those in charge to do their jobs. Thanks, Big J. All right, thank you very much, Big J. Thank you. And the next message here says, good AM, guys. This corona issue, is it not alarming? Cases are increasing each day, but yet some people still claim it's a scam. I am Benaya. Says Orlando, please remember your promise. So, okay.
What did I promise?
Okay, I think you promised something about a word for the day or so in the morning.
I did that. Okay. I already did that.
All right. This one says, good morning, Charles and Orlando. If the Nigerian justice system can sentence a man to 3 years in jail for stealing a goat, I wonder why those who stole millions and billions of naira from Nigerian treasury cannot be jailed for life or even executed for economic sabotage. Thanks, Andy Akideno. All right, thank you very much, Andy. The next message here says, good morning, Orlando and Charles. Why did the federal government not consult labor before increasing the price of electricity, tariff and petrol? I know that nothing good will come out of that meeting. Ogegbe Sunday, aka me, myself and I from Benin City. Why are you so pessimistic, Sunday? Allow them to finish their meeting first before you begin to sound very pessimistic. This one says, good morning, KUFM. I am Lagos Manoron Saye from Ego Axis, Labor and Federal Government. If the court prevents labor from strike, not too bad. We are waiting for them in 2023 general election. It is man's inhumanity to man. Okay. And the next message here says, anybody collecting illegal money from sheep owners should be handed over to the EFCC. And then the next paragraph says, Ize Yamu should calm down and concede defeat from Obadije Osaro. He says, good morning. All right, thank you very much, Obadije Osaro. And this one says, hello, folks. Thanks for your every morning tonic dialogue. I begin to wonder why people suddenly reverse themselves. Okay? People praise Governor Godwin Obaseki to the hilltops for his developmental strides when he was in APC. They even said he constructed road links from Airport Road to Omagba ETC. When he moved to PDP, they now challenged him for non-performance. Thanks, Storm from Benin City. I believe they call it politics, actually. All right, thank you very much for those of you who sent in messages. I appreciate every single one of them. Thank you. For on the SMS platform, do we have anything on the WhatsApp platform?
Okay, I don't think there's no messages on the WhatsApp platform for now. We do not have any messages on the WhatsApp platform. Okay, a few ones. Good morning, Charles and Orlando. Are the judicial system for the poor Nigerians or otherwise? Why stopping NLC and TUC planned strike? Pastor Ose from AI. Good morning, Orlando and Charles. It's me, Ogogo. Okay, this definitely is for the wake up show. So I think that's just the one message we have from the newspaper review.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We will go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do the recap edition of the program. We'll be recapping. I will be recapping all the conversations we've had during the course of this week. Okay, stay with us. You don't want to miss out.
Nigeria's political landscape has evolved over the years, but since 1960, the yearnings of the people have remained the same.
Me, my own problem I like to. I don't tire.
There are no jobs in this country.
Someone pays to carry 250 million naira go buy motor. Corruption for this country too much.
Our healthcare in Nigeria is really poor. Women are dying at childbirth almost every day.
Join us on the program Dialogue as we focus on Nigeria's political scene. We bring you interviews from political gladiators.
So this wasn't the problem with the governors. It was the corruption in the SS School account. It was the fact that without any clearance, the federal government dips their hand in the SS School account to fund their business. And SS School account is money you save from the state government and the federal government.
In-depth analysis of policy statements.
Nigeria does have a problem with corruption, and so do many other countries, including developed countries. I don't like the fact that when people mention the name Nigeria, the next thing they say is corruption. This is a country of 170 million people. 99.9% of them are hardworking citizens who just want to get on with their lives, and they want a government that delivers for them.
And voicing your political opinion every weekday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 92.7 KUFM. Dialogue. Your voice counts.
Professor Patrick Lumumba on African unity.
It is not lost on me that one of the reasons why Africa cannot unite is because we have become so used as politicians in Africa to our little countries where we are treated like demigods. And because we too, we who are the led, we have treated our leaders as demigods for too long, and they now are conditioned to believe that they are gods. You know, respecting leaders is a good thing, because that is what is right. Once you have given people the privilege to serve you, you give them respect. But respect must be earned. Many times in my own country, in Kenya, I see the individuals, some of the individuals that we elect into public office, some are fine, but some are not. In fact, most are not. And in my rural village, they elect some semi-illiterate individual who everybody knows is semi-illiterate, and everybody knows he is not wise. But the day after his election, when he attends a forum such as this, those who invite him to speak will say, let so and so whom we elected yesterday share his wisdom with us. And I want to assure you that there is no magic in the ballot box. If you are dunderhead, the mere fact that you have been elected does not convert you into anything. You just remain an elected dunderhead. And Africa has no shortage of dunderheads who are leading her in the wrong direction. The direction of disunity.
Welcome back. Of course, it's time for the recap edition of the program. In case you are just tuning in for the first time, it's Dialogue on 92.7 KUFM Benin City. Once again, my name is Charles Oporum.
My name is Godslav Orlando. Good morning.
Okay, so this week has basically been, mostly about the election, or shall I say the re-election of the governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki, in the polls that happened on September 19th. And of course, the results were called on the 20th, and the governor was returned elected. Now, on Monday, the 21st day of the 21st day of September, we took a look. We took a look at the gubernatorial election, which has come and gone. Of course, the incumbent, Governor Godwin Obaseki, had been declared the winner. Right now, the election was adjudged to have been very, largely peaceful, relatively free, fair, and credible. INEC has received a lot of kudos, as well as the security agencies and all that. It has also been hailed as a reflection of the will of the people. So what we did was a post-mortem, okay? We did some sort of post-mortem of the electoral process and the performances of the key players. We also took a very interesting look at the data available. Now, we had with us two gentlemen. The first one, of course, was a lawyer, Barrister Dennis Osaretene, a Benin-based legal practitioner. He was here to talk to us. And, of course, an election monitor, the national coordinator of Election Monitors Nigeria, Mr. Abiodun Ajijola, was also here. And Mr. Ajijola took time to break down the data for us, and we did a whole lot of quantitative comparison between 2016 and, of course, 2020. And it was very, very enlightening, a very, very enlightening session on Monday. Now, after Monday, on Tuesday, we took a look at how the governor's election was won, okay, about the strategy that was used by his party, where the key electoral battles were fought. What was the difference, the political strategies of both candidates, the candidate of the APC, Pastor Osage Ize-Iyamu, and of course the governor, who also was the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party. What the data told us in terms of voting pattern. Remember, the governor won the same number of local governments he won in 2016 as well as in 2020. 13 in 2016, 13 in 2020. However, some of the local governments changed, okay? Same thing with the Pastor Ize-Iyamu. Now, we also looked at how the security agents, managed the election. We just touched on that on the periphery because we were unable to talk to SP Chidinma Nwabuzo on that day. But in the studio, we had Mr. Ibrahim Momo, who was with us in the studio to talk to us about what they considered the victory of the governor. But remember, Mr. Momo was a very, very active participant in the electoral process, in the electioneering, the campaign process. So that was it from Monday and, of course, Tuesday.
On Wednesday, which is when we look at policy issues, we looked at the educational sector, where the Edo State government said that schools will be reopening from Monday, which happens to be 28th of September 2020. And on that note, we spoke to the Commissioner for Education here in Edo State, Honorable Jimo Ijagbai, who brought us up to speed with the modalities of the reopening of schools, how it is supposed to be done, where he said from JSS 1 to JSS 3 will be on session, or school hours will be from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then for SS 1 to SS 3 is going to be from 12 p.m. down to 3 p.m. So and then when it comes to seating arrangement and classes, it's going to be 50% of each classes. So formally, if you had 20 students in a class before, it's going to now cut down to 10 students. Same thing as 50 students in a class, going to cut down to 25 students. But some people are of the opinion, what happens to, majorly public schools that have up to 100 students? Is it going to cut down to 50 students? The size of the class also will be put in consideration. And then for the precautionary measures of COVID-19, he has advised that parents are the only ones that are allowed to, give your children face mask while coming to school. That schools are not allowed to sell face masks. So if you have a child and your child is going to school, I would advise you should give your child more than one face mask to some extent. It's better, one face mask to some extent. And then also he talked about the precautionary measures, setting up of washing hand facilities in the entrance of the school, and then other necessary things that we needed to know. And we were supposed to also have a conversation with the SP, that's Chidinma Nwabuzo, the PRO of the Edo State Police Command here in Nigeria, concerning, that would center around the method they used in the policing of the state during the election. But we moved it on to Thursday, which was yesterday, where we had it wasn't SP Chidinma Nwabuzo. We could not speak to SP Chidinma Nwabuzo. And then still on Wednesday, I beg your pardon, Chidi Nwabuzo joined us. Rather, I remember we were supposed to have a conversation that we moved that conversation to the next day. Yes, I remember it was Chris Naikari that was supposed to speak on a Tuesday, and he couldn't come through. And also Chidi Nwabuzo, we were supposed to speak to them on Tuesday, was moved on Wednesday. So Chidi Nwabuzo joined us on Wednesday, where he spoke to us about the method used in policing of the system, if any arrests were made during the electioneering period. And of course he said yes, arrests were made. Some people who tried to snatch ballot boxes and some who tried to cause havoc during the elections, they were arrested. And of course, we know at the end of the day, we opened phone lines and people commended the security agencies for their good conduct on that election day. And Thursday, which happens to be when we look at stories affecting us here in Edo State, even though basically most of the stories that we took from Monday up until Thursday had some 70% of Edo State's stories around it. On Thursday, we brought it down to the Nigeria Labour Congress and the strike. We know that they are planning to go on a strike, and they've also demanded a reversal of the cost of petrol and power. Even though the meeting ended yesterday in deadlock, we were able to speak to the chairman here in Edo State, NLC here in Edo State. We spoke to Comrade Sonny Osayende via the phone, who spoke to us concerning the strike, that after the meeting yesterday, which they had yesterday, the outcome is going to determine, which I know I purposely asked that question. What if it ends on a deadlock, which it ended on a deadlock? They said they're still moving on with their strike come September 28th, but there is a twist in that story. The Nigerian Industrial Court, they've come out to issue an order to NLC and TUC that they should not in any way carry on with the strike or prevent other workers from going to their place of assignment or carrying out their normal daily activities at work, that they should hold on. But outcome of that meeting, according to the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, he has said that the meeting has been shifted to Monday 28th by 3 p.m. So, but even at that, the NLC, they've insisted that they're going to carry on with their strike, because during the meeting, they asked, federal government offered palliatives for during this period that they have a fuel hike and power hike, and while the negotiation is still ongoing, federal government offered palliative, but the NLC on their own part said no. Even while offering that palliative, go back, reverse the prices of these services, that's the fuel and power hike, reverse it back to status quo, and then we can keep talking. And then at the end of the day, whatever decisions we arrive on, then we're going to effect it. But you giving us palliative and still insisting on the high increase in prices of fuel and electricity, we're not going to accept it. So it was on that note that the meeting ended on deadlock, and the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, has come out to say that the meeting has been shifted till Monday 28th by 3 p.m. Will anybody be attending that meeting? Will any NLC member be attending that meeting, since they are still insisting on continuing with their strike come that same Monday 28th?
I think, I potentially there could be conflict, because when you read the court's injunction, the court judgment, or the ex parte motion, that was filed, it states that the IGP and the DG of the DSS are directed to prevent any place from being picketed, prevent people from being harassed or prevented from going to work and all that.
Stopping people from going to work.
So it just looks to me like the organized labor and the federal government are on a collision course. That's how it looks to me, But Monday is going to tell us more.
We wouldn't want to wait till Monday. Some people right now.
Nothing is happening tomorrow.
No, nothing is. Yes. But according to you said that the ex parte motion states that the DSS has asked, the federal government has asked DSS that they should not allow.
That's the court. The court has ordered it.
Yes. I'm trying to say they've ordered that these security agencies should not allow any labor member prevent any worker from going to work or closing up any offices. And if they want to carry out their own, so it's going to, on that day, we're going to might experience some kind of conflict.
That's what I said.
Or possibly physical conflict to some extent. But we don't know. We really don't know. We hope it's not something that is going to blow out of proportion.
Yesterday, we also had a conversation with Mr. Timidi Wariowe from the Independent National Electoral Commission?
Yeah, we did a post-mortem of INEC, what lessons learned and correction takings, and moving on how the electioneering process will keep going. And also, he spoke about the portal, and he said that there was a trial. There was a trial. It was tested during the House of Reps election now.
Nasarawa by-election.
But Nasarawa by-election, I beg your pardon. That was when it was tested. And I remember we asked him that question when we had him after that Nasarawa by-election. He said he was not there to, actually find out how it actually went, because I remember we spoke to him about that. We took that news where they were going to try it out in Nasarawa State, and according to him, obviously with the output or with the turnouts or with the results it gave us here in Edo State, it's actually something a lot of people commended. And the fact that we are done with ballot box snatching, or in the process of trying to transport your results from the polling unit to the collation center, it can be tampered with.
Exactly. That has completely almost completely eliminated
the rigging process. So if in this polling unit I have 20 votes and it's sent to the portal, 20 votes will be 20 votes. So when it gets to the collation center and you're announcing 50 votes, then we have to look at something. And I really liked the fact that most Nigerians monitored that result on the portal. A lot of people, because at the start of it on Channels Television, it was announced that the results will be uploaded on this portal, so you could just log in and monitor the results, so you don't have any cost to come out and say, oh, this result is not what it was here, and then in the collation center we are either having a reduction or an increment. And then a follow-up on the election story in Edo State. We know that there's this particular party now. I'm trying to remember the party. I took it NCP. I'm trying to remember the full meaning of the acronym now. They are actually,
demanding.
They're not accepting the results of the Edo State election. They are going to court on the note that they
were unlawfully, that's what their prayer is, that they were unlawfully excluded from taking part in the election, and they are saying therefore the election should be scrapped and reconducted with their name and their logo on the ballot paper. So
the National Conscience Party, and the name of the candidate is Pastor Peters Omoragbon. He has rejected the outcome of the election, reasons that we've stated here. And of course, the Election Petition Tribunal, it's been inaugurated in Edo State, and they are going to look into it. I'm going to read his statements. Rejoice not, Godwin.
Sounds like a Bible, a biblical quote.
Yeah, he's a pastor, of course. It says, rejoice not, Godwin Enogogase Obaseki. This is but a Pyrrhic victory. Blamed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for not obeying court judgment regarding the delisting of some political parties in Nigeria. So, he maintains that the election was marred by vote buying, ballot snatching, militarization, and compromised by APC, PDP, and INEC and security operatives. And it's unfortunate that across the globe are praising the election as free and fair and very democratic. Some sentiments begs the truth. The election witnessed monumental financial inducement of the electorate. So obviously, apart from just that, he is saying that the election was, marred with vote buying, ballot box snatching, militarization, and compromised by APC, PDP, and INEC.
So far, so good. Only two people two parties or two agents, two entities, let me use that language, have rejected the election. In fact, I would even say 1.5, because one is NCP and the other half is part of APC, right? It's because the APC at the national level have said they accept.
They congratulated the governor.
The APC with Barrister Anselm Mojezo have even said they accept. So it's the other faction of the APC that is saying that
even the candidate actually also came out to say that he's not under pressure to reject any results.
But we know that Pastor Ezeamu met with Mai Malabuni in Abuja 2 days ago. We don't know what has happened yet, so we are still waiting and watching. But so far so good. Most of the election monitors who monitored the election have said that they give the election a pass mark and they score the election. Some said 90%, some say 80%, some say 75. Well, 75, 80, and 90. What I do know that all of them are within the grade of A if you are writing an exam.
Not just based on, say hearsay or words of the mouth. This sometimes it's also based on statistics and fact. According to our guest here in the studio on Monday, I can't remember his name right now.
Dan, this has a long, unpronounceable surname.
Yes, he was here. The person that gave us the statistics concerning,
okay, on Monday. Okay, Mr.
Jijola, he gave us a statistical explanation of why he thinks that this election, to some extent, really deserved a very high commendation. So it's not just based on maybe Orlando and Charles said so. It's based on statistics also.
Okay. Before we go to the phone lines to allow our audience, I remember also I pointed out to the INEC man, to Mr. Warewa, I said, see, what is the maximum number of people that should be at the polling unit? He said 500. He said, okay, fine. Between 500 and 750, shouldn't exceed 750. And I pointed out to him, I said, a few polling units I went to, one of them had 1,014 voters registered and did not have a voting point. And he was actually surprised to hear that, but he took down notes and said he was going to make sure that was rectified. So these are still some other lessons that INEC must have picked up.
Definitely. For them to get to this point, they also learned from other previous elections and they are applying the lessons.
Okay, it's time to get you in on the conversation. We've been talking for a while. Feel free to react to any of the stories we shared this morning. Call us up 0706-263-9275 or 0903-939-4427. You could also call 0812-178-9154. The SMS line is 0807-400-9076. And of course, the WhatsApp line is 0812-178-9154. Okay? Let's go there. Hi. Okay, so please keep those calls coming in, okay? I don't know what's wrong. Is it because of the weather? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Charles.
Morning to you.
Good morning, Orlando.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
Yeah, Dan Chelsea.
Good to hear from you, Dan Chelsea. Go ahead.
Since on Monday, I've been trying to at least take a very big congratulations to our governor. But I'm not today busy. So let me just formally say congrats to our performing governor, Governor Baseki, for a victory well deserved. I really advise all the candidates that participated to this election. If anybody is thinking of going to court, I think it's a waste of time or waste of money. I know it's their right to go to court, but at least they should accept defeat. They should come together and support this governor and move the Edo State forward. And Pastor, I remember on Monday when Afolabi was advising, he should forget about it and on 2023, should go for senatorial ticket. I know he's going to win it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Dan Chelsea. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Charles and Orlando.
Good morning to you.
This is Mr. Omos, if I'm calling from Benin precisely.
Okay, Mr. Omos, if I've been looking forward to hearing from you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the election has come and gone. I think some of us that have opportunity to cast our vote that very particular day and to monitor the sequence of the election and how the election went. I think INEC did a very wonderful work and the security agent did a very wonderful work. The area that I'm not comfortable with, I want to tell Nigerians, I want to tell EFCC, the politicians have moved the vote buying out of the polling center. It's now on the street. So the election that is coming on in Ondo State, I think the EFCC and the ICPC should go to the street. So I'm telling them with 100% because in our election, I think the EFCC were looking for the money in the to buy votes on the polling center. I just want to tell them they have left the polling center to the street because the politicians have other technological means to be able to buy vote. You understand? So that's the situation. I mean, we need to find a way to curb such situation. We want free and fair election. We don't want vote buying. We want the people's will to transform. So at the end of the day, we know that yes, it's the people's mandate, not by selling or buying. buying votes. So you understand. So the ICPC, the EFCC should look out from the street prior to the election. I think a week to the election, EFCC is supposed to be on the street looking for those people buying and selling votes. That's my little take this morning. Thank you and good morning, Charles and Orlando.
All right, thank you and good morning to you too. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Open Secret, the radio professor, the very ASA ambassador to the whole world.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yes, about the issue of vote buying and vote selling, I think the focus should now, INEC and the government per se now, or the National Assembly should find a way around it. There is a way the security, when elections are coming, tomorrow's election, all the parties, particularly the major parties, they usually have budget for the INEC officials that are coming, for the security agencies that are coming. In the field, in the morning, when you see them arranging things, you see these party people, they call these people, they give them this money. It's always part of their budget. So we must also find a way of checkmating that, because the moment these INEC officials, the security agencies, the police, the DSS, the civil defense, all of them that are there have collected their things. So whatever is going on at the different corner, they feel unconfident. So they even see them laughing and chatting away with the people. So by the time you discover that we are able to stop this particular aspect of it that people are not really looking at, there is no one. That we stop the money that the parties vote to give to the INEC officials and the security agencies. Discover that the INEC officials and the security agencies will work, will be alert, even though they are not giving their own money. They will be alert to see that people who are sharing money get them arrested. But by the time they already collected their own, so it's okay, they give I don't have to mention the amount, but everybody knows what I'm saying now. So you see how you start it from there.
All right. Thank you for your suggestion. I'm sure they are listening right now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good morning. This is Media Prefect from Kedi Secular.
Go ahead, Media Prefect.
Please, I'm concerned concerning the education aspects. Please, when I asked a very question that day, schools, I don't want of selling and face masks, because when I asked this question, I just heard of WAEC. I was privileged to meet one of this one and like that. We students were done that concerning the WAEC and apparatus of 18. That's what I'm trying to say now. If any school is doing cash, then they are pressuring the students the most by the face mask from the school. The school, who is the educational people polish? Is it the principal or the head of the school, the person selling the face mask? Because, honestly, if you say that, because you just look at it, they're not doing anything concerning it, because me myself, I will still monitor this face mask of it, because I know what schools they will normally do. They will pressure the student the most from the school, and it will be a high cost. Not that it will be a cheaper man, it will be an high cost. Please, they should do something concerning. They should monitor it, because the school now, they will take it as a privilege to make money, because I think this I know how to do it. But also the election of the team, my brother, in Kedi Secular, and this is close to Uwa. People pass with a vehicle, a car, something like Camry. They will show you on inside the street. If you take some joking, they will go close to Kedi Secular. You are asked, they will show you 3,000 naira of a retreat. You know the street coming. These are barring of a vote. I don't know where we step in this country.
Okay.
Thank you very much. This is Media Prefect.
Yeah, you're welcome. It seems like the biggest danger we have now is the danger of vote buying. It looks like INEC has curbed many. We no longer hear so much of ballot box snatching, killing people. Now the biggest one that is the headache is
vote
buying.
Like we said on Saturday, we've talked about this over and over again since Saturday. You see, it's going to we are saying INEC should look into it. INEC should look into vote buying. INEC will not be moving from houses and streets, obviously abandoning their core duty, which is to make sure that elections go smoothly, and start marking down or tackling down these vote sellers
and buyers. If there's no seller, there will be no buyer.
If there's no seller, there will be no buyer.
Yes.
Now, at this point, it is left for us to reject. If we reject, at this point, I think the bulk of the duty falls on the buyers. If you reject, they would not sell. They would look for another means. If you reject, like what she said, people accepted money and still voted for who they wanted to vote. That it actually caused a lot of problem in the polling units. Now, at this point, we're beginning to tell this politician that, look, if you bring the money we collect, we still vote for who we want to vote. And at this point, they might be sitting back on a round table to think of another thing to entice us with rather than vote buying. So, if there are no buyers, there will not be sellers. When they come, you do not accept. That's just the thing.
Okay. All right. Let's go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, let's check out this message here. This message says, good morning, KUFM. INEC must be commended for a job well done in Edo State. However, I think they can do better by finding a way to make the voting secret balloting. I believe this will help stop the next evil, which is vote buying. INEC must keep being proactive to be a step ahead of shady politicians. Tony from Sapele Road. First off, Tony, already it is secret balloting. That is why there is a cubicle for you to go there and cast your vote. Nobody is supposed to know who you voted for. Now, what happens is that some people, I think they compromise the INEC officials, the ad hoc staff. That's why who was saying now that they have a budget for the core members and then the staff. They compromise the INEC staff, the INEC official, and then these guys give them the access to see, and then they stand beside you and say, "Oh yeah, vote for this person, vote for that person." Originally, it is already secret balloting, so it's
when nobody
is supposed to see what you're voting for. Last call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning to you.
Hello, good morning, sir. God bless you, Jesus. Lagos man, from the glasses.
All right, Lagos man, God bless you too. Go ahead quickly.
Yes, good morning, my sister. God bless.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
We should not bother too much about the election. I believe they will copy the same system that happened in Edo State. Whether they are trying to buy vote or not, the people will use their own mind to know who they have to vote for. Because the politicians have been able to create an avenue where people are so hungry. That's why people will not stop taking money from politicians that are buying votes. So I think God will decide that day also in Ogun State to let the people that are viable or the party that is viable to win the election outright like in Edo State. Thank you and God bless.
All right, thank you so much. Quickly, let me chip in something about this vote buying. I know people are of this opinion right now. Oh, let them bring the money. We're going to accept the money and vote for who we want to vote. And then at the end of the day, if this party that gave you money did not win, obviously they saw other people selling votes. Now that party will say, oh, this party did vote buying. Oh, that party did vote buying. Therefore, we are going to court. It was mad. The election was mad by vote buying and other, other issues. So I think we should not just, be okay with the fact that, oh, just bring the money. We're going to accept the money and still vote for who we want to vote. Let's eliminate that vote buying mindset, eliminate that vote buying practices. And then we know that when you lose an election, you don't have anything. At least INEC is doing their best now. We hardly hear any rigging and ballot box snatching. We know that when you lose an election, you lost the election because maybe you didn't get enough votes. So nobody comes on to say, oh, vote buying, because they saw people selling votes on the polling units.
And last message, hi KUFM and crew. I am Victor from Depot. I just hope one day INEC will not cry out and say their server or their portals have been hacked. They should check on this imminent issue, and I pray INEC maintains the standard of election transparency using the desperation of some politicians. All right, thank you very much, and that is how we end this morning's edition of the program Dialogue, the recap edition. See you next week. My name is Charles Opperum.
I am God's Love Orlando. Good morning.
This oil is good, oh. Devon King's oil. This oil is fine. Devon King's oil. And it's fun.
Devon King's cooking oil na ogbonge oil wey fresh well and the price na carry go. E get tamper proof and e dey for different sizes, so as e dey sweet your belle, e dey sweet your pocket. Oya, jolly inside better, go buy Devon King's oil for shop wey near you. Devon King's oil.
no they hear me, yo. Don't be waiting them me talk, oh. This was not what they promised us, oh. Them tell us say they go bring the change, oh. Oh no 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 no. As the thing they go, situation it just stay bad, oh. Hey, as they break, things it just stay hard, oh. No food to chop, every day dollar they rise, oh. See the people done they cry, oh. Oh no 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 no. Pity for us, oh. Pity for us, oh. Politicians please pity for us, oh. I beg we they beg, oh. See my people done they die, oh. Please pity for us, oh. Politicians please pity for us, oh. Oh no 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 no. I believe in Nigeria with all my life. I bless to Nigeria, my country, oh. With all my heart, oh. Anywhere I go, na Naija. Anything I do, na Naija. Anywhere I go to Naija. See my house is not for Naija. I invest in my Naija. Everything I plan for Naija. Politicians show some love, oh. Oh no 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 no. Pity for us, oh. Pity for us, oh. Politicians have mercy on us, oh. I beg we dey beg, oh. We don't pay the thing done the bad, oh. Hey, please pity for us, oh. Politicians, please pity for us, oh. Oh no 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 no. Oh, hey, Naija. As we sit down, they complain today, our God right food for our body. As we there for here, we they complain our only food for our body, oh. Hey, search your conscience, oh. We stand for no good, oh. Make we live right, oh. We stand for no they try. I don't say everyday politicians steal our money. I don't say politicians carry our money go overseas. People they die, politicians just they smile, oh. Oh, people they die, oh. Their children they overseas. Hey, pity for us, oh. Pity for us, oh. Politicians have mercy on us, oh. We don't need die, oh. Anything we do, oh. Please, pity for us, oh. Politicians have mercy on us, oh. Oh no 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 no. Hey, this is painful, oh. Oh, my maker.
Don't you touch that dial.
Sugar, don't touch that dial.
KUFM 92.7.
From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News Update.
Good morning and welcome to KUFM's news update at 10. I am Godslove Orlando. The re-elected governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki, has solicited collaborations with governors and leaders of the South-South region to strengthen the economic fortunes of the area. Governor Obaseki made the request while exchanging views with Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel during the thank-you visit to the governor at the Hilltop Mansion Governor's Lodge, Uyo. Obaseki advocated for such cooperation to be deployed to reinvent the economy of the South-South region for sustainable development. Elsewhere, President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday said the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, which he recently signed into law, would enhance transparency and corporate accountability and help the fight against corruption. The special advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, said Buhari spoke in a video message presented at the Open Government Partnership 2020 Virtual Leaders Summit on the sidelines of the 75th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, United States. Additional quoted the president as saying that since the inception of his administration in 2015, the government has been committed to changing international and domestic perceptions regarding Nigeria's commitments to fight corruption and foster good governance. The federal government has revealed that the nation's 60th independence anniversary celebration will be low-key due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, disclosed this on Thursday in Nigeria. The minister said the federal government has approved a list of activities scheduled to hold till the end of September 2021 to commemorate Nigeria's Diamond Jubilee anniversary. And elsewhere, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, said the candidates of the 17 political parties contesting the October 10th governorship election in Ondo State are expected to sign a peace accord on Tuesday, October 6, 2020. Yakubu said the commission has recovered from the recent fire incidents which destroyed over 5,000 smart card readers in its office in Akure, while sensitive materials for the exercise would arrive on Monday. He said the commission was studying the incident of slow voting in Oredo local government area of Edo State during the just concluded election. The INEC chairman also reiterated the need by the National Assembly for the establishment of Electoral Offences Commission and Tribunal. The National Industrial Court has granted an interim injunction restraining the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and Trade Union Congress TUC, their officers, affiliates, from embarking on any strike or stoppage of work from Monday, September. Justice Ibrahim Galadima said the order was pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. The court also granted an order of interim injunction restraining the unions, their officers, their affiliates, previous from disrupting, restraining, picketing, or preventing the workers or its affiliates or ordinary Nigerians from accessing their offices to carry out their legitimate duties on the 28th of September 2020 or any other date. Meanwhile, it appears the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and Trade Union Congress TUC planned strike will go ahead next week as the meeting with the federal government has failed to reach an agreement. While the federal government proposed some palliative to cushion the effect of the hike in petrol pump price and electricity tariff hike, organized labour insists that the increment must be reversed before any further deliberation on the matter. On whether organized labour is aware that the National Industrial Court of Nigeria has issued a restraining order against the proposed strike, the TUC said it is not aware, while the NLC ignored the question. On his part, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, says the meeting with the organized labour has been adjourned to 3 p.m. on Monday, September 28th. And that's it on KUFM's news update at 10. Please stay with us for more interesting programs and news updates on every hour. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world, either by visiting our website at www.kufm.net or you can download our KU mobile app from the Google Play Store. Remember, we're also live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. I am God's Love, Orlando, saying thanks for listening and good morning.
Stop stalking your exes. Follow us on Facebook at KUFM Nigeria.
You come right back.
Let's get back to the music.
KUFM 92.7.
Oh my God, these feelings just begun. I'm saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you I should it right. But I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop. Feeling things I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough. My heart is hurting, it's more than a crush. Cause I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop. But my heart goes cause my heart goes Oh my God, can't believe what I've become. I'm thinking things I shouldn't think, singing songs I've never sung. Oh my God, when I see you I should run. But I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop. Feeling things I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough. My heart is hurting, it's more than a crush. Cause I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop. But my heart goes cause how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. My head and my heart, I can tell them apart. Tell me to run, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Oh my God, this feeling's just begun. Saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you I shouldn't run, but I'm frozen in motion.
Classic hip hop. Turn it up. Turn it up. 92.7. Sugar, don't touch that dial.
FM 92.7.
Rock with me. Fanny. DJ Big. When you're big, man.
I'm a black girl. Nobody fit to love